anyone tell me what a director does?
The director, or réalisateur in the French language, is a creative mind in charge of the film.
Good.
Have you got a girlfriend?
It's not really relevant.
Are you a gay?
So the first thing a director does is decide what his or her film is going to be about.
I think he's gay.
So, if you could make a film, what would you like it to be about?
You could go on Dateline, sir. There are other gay singletons in your area dying to meet you.
Now, has anybody used one of these before?
Yeah. I know these mothers inside out.
Okay, this is how you turn it on.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what focus is?
Yeah, I'm going to shoot this on a long lens to get that shallow depth of field effect.
Right, let's just put it on autofocus, shall we? Don't touch that, please.
I thought I was meant to be the cameraman.
Get lost, I'm the cameraman.
What am I then? Ah, this is bollocks.
Look, I told you, Dave, you're on sound. Guys, please, you're behaving like children. What are you doing?
Putting a tape in.
Oh, is it marked up properly? Have you recorded colour bars? I don't think you have you?
I was just trying to get things started.
Yeah, well, don't. No one touches the camera except me.
So you've checked if the brakes are working, man?
Yes, I've checked. Okay. All set. You rolling?
Rolling.
Want to get this quickly, okay?
Or can I just...
Shh. Film it. Shush. Film it.
What the hell is that thing?
It's a hawk, stupid.
No, you don't get hawks in England, do you?
Random magic moments of reality. That's what it's all about. Capturing these moments forever. Keep filming, Scott. Nothing else matters right now.
Sir!
Shush!
Sir!
What? Bloody hell! Jess? Jess, are you alright?
I believe this started off as a short film. Was any of you involved in the original short?
Jess was in the original short, filmed in the same location, and that did really well at film festivals all around the world, and that's how they kind of came up with the idea of expanding it and making it a feature. And then we were all cast because they made all the characters a little bit bigger and had to put a little bit more into it, so and we were all cast for the feature.
Excellent. Must have been a really thing expanding on that. So how was the casting done? How did you find out about the film? Was there any unique way for disabled actors? Was there a disabled actors kind of like notice board for this session?
Well, I've got an agent who's specifically people with disabilities. I've got a neurological condition, but at the moment it's been treated with Botox, so you can't actually really see my condition anymore. That was only recently. But so my agent was contacted by Justin because he'd seen me in The Big Issue, because I was in an article about disabled actors in The Big Issue, and his mum saw it apparently, and then contacted him and said, oh yeah, there's a girl who could be good for your film, and then he found my agent and then got me. And then how about you?
Yeah, same. Well, apart from Big Issue, but kind of first in a children's BBC drama, and from that went on to get a mainstream agent, and then got a call about a meeting with Justin for it, and really loved the script, kind of read it through, and then when we actually came to do the first reading after kind of all being cast, it really came to life. And we did like the first reading. It was really funny, and it's really good that we managed to get a lot of those moments where you can't really describe what the humour is, but it's just those moments, and a lot of them from the original reading we managed to actually get on film. So I think it came across really well. How about you, Jason?
Mine was a more conventional approach. The casting director, Amanda Tabak, she sort of knew me. She cast me in a short film previously, which I couldn't do because I was doing another film, but she put me forward for this, and went along and sort of when I met Justin and Dominic, who wrote the film, and that was it. I think they sort of liked me straight away and offered me the gig.
Keep the microphone there for a second. So how did you find it when you had to approach being someone in a wheelchair? Because obviously at first people just think that you're as good with wheelchairs as these guys, but you really took to it. I mean, you know, what was the training? How did you get into the role, as they say?
Well, I was doing a play in Southampton, and they got me back to come for the meeting and stuff. And then I found out I got the part. But I literally had the last night of the show was on the Friday, and on the Saturday I was at Euston, going up to where was it we were filming?
Mouldens.
In the Mouldens, yeah, for the hill sort of stuff. So I had literally had an evening to try and get used to so I had a mad panic up. But David was great and sort of trying to teach me as much as possible to sort of be familiar with the chair. And
I took you out for a drink, didn't I?
yeah, took me out for a drink in the chair, which was good fun. And yeah, and sort of I sort of picked it up, but it was we sort of blagged it for the first sort of few days, and then by about day 4, I sort of started getting really cocky with the chair and really confident. But yeah.
Did you have any accidents while you was in the chair? Because I'm sure these guys would.
The only accident I had was me being really cheeky and saying there was this. It was like last day I think on the sort of hill shoots, and there was this hill, and I said, Dave, I can get up there in this chair. And Dave was like, I don't think you can, Jace, because you'll go past tipping point. And I tried, and I got about 3/4 of the way, and then I sort of fell over on the side. So that was the only accident, but that was self-inflicted and really embarrassing, because then I got people in the public coming over to help me, thinking that I'm disabled, even though I'm actually not. And I felt so guilty, but just sort of had to go along with it because it was more embarrassing to explain that I'm not actually disabled, that I'm in a chair doing this film. So yeah, so that was the accident.
I thought Dominic Coleman, the guy playing the film shooter, was fantastic in this. I mean, I think he's a very underrated actor and comedian anyway. I believe that, you know, there's great things that come from him at the moment. But he co-wrote this, didn't he? Didn't he have a big involvement? Was he around all the time too, behind the scenes as well as stuff? Tell me about Dominic.
Well, you know, Dominic in the film was actually driving the minibus with us in. He basically was doing that when we weren't filming too. He was like looking after everyone, getting us in the lift up onto the minibus everywhere we went. And he did write it with Justin, and he had a big part in the film.
Yeah, I mean the thing to realise as well is we shot this over 13 days. No lights, just kind of natural lighting, very minimal. I think I saw one in the whole thing, and it was a real big kind of team effort. It's the closest you can get to doing theatre, really, because everyone, like when we had to move the cameras from one side of the room to the other side to do the reverse shots, everyone was grabbing boxes, and it was really nice. But Dominic, it was his kind of baby. And he was there. There's one improvised scene that didn't actually make the final cut, where my character tries to chat up this girl in the style of Dave, and trying to be a bit gangster. And it didn't kind of fit with the actual film, but it was hilarious to film. And he was there kind of all the way through, Dominic, and he was like, try it this way. And so I learned a lot personally, like about comedy time, and yeah, it was just a pleasure to work with.
I mean, was Dominic there? I mean, you know, obviously his name crops up. Was he there with the casting? Was he there right away?
Yeah.
Was he really?
Yeah, Dominic was it was sort of, he sort of co-directed it, co-wrote it, sort of, yeah, he was there all the way through. He was at my initial meeting with Justin and Dominic, and they sort of was chucking ideas out there and stuff. And Justin and Dominic do a lot of stuff together, and now they're working on a new film together called Skids. Two new films together. So yeah, so they've got a really sort of strong partnership and stuff.